3 boxes of halves, so I hope we find something this week. Nope. Let's jump right into it. I went through one box, this particular box, and didn't see any silver enders. I did get these two very gnarly looking coins. I pulled them out first, and we'll just get started. And hopefully we'll find a little bit of silver today. It's been a little while, hasn't it, since I've had silver. The last few boxes I've gotten have produced no silver. They've had some pretty interesting coins, but no silver coins, which is my main goal. One of the newer ones looks like, it's right off the bat, 2022p. That's a 1972. There's another one that's pretty interesting looking. Very dark. Wow. That one is a 1973. I'm going to hold it out and just look at it a little bit more. Now this one is really a mess. It's a 1973. I don't know what has happened to that one. Another dark toned one. After I go through them looking for the obvious stuff, I'll go back slower through them and maybe I'll find something that I missed. I have found I usually find something interesting to look at. It's another very dark one. Wow. I think that's a new one. That's a 2021 there. Wow. Golly. Dark one. 1974. It's just dark. Could have been a 40%er, but it wasn't. In all the times I've been cornrow hunting, I've only found one two-headed coin somebody had modified. Be fun to find another one of those. I'm beginning to learn the difference between doubling and double die, and I think the coins that I was excited about last week before, were doubling, which is still fun finding that. It's just not quite as exciting as a double die. Some of the double dies are even through the telescope, it's hard to see it. Here's another 2022. I'm going through lots of photographs trying to get in my head just what I'm looking for. Had a few more people write to me saying that they have found some silver recently. That's cool. I'm happy for them. Oh, look at that. 1968. We found one. fantastic. I didn't really, I don't know if you can see that. It's dark on the edge. And that one I looked at just a roll or two back looked a lot like this. And that one wasn't silver, but this one is. Very nice. Cool beans. Well, we won't get skunked now. That's really cool. We got silver. Now maybe we'll find another one. Yeah, that one, I would just, anything that's different, you look at it, but it didn't look any different than the one I had just looked at, like a roll or two before it. Have you seen the advertisements advertising that you don't need to wear a belt, just get these little things that just goes through 2 loops and then it tightens? Well, I got them, and I'm not super impressed. So I just, I'm not too crazy about them. And they easily get twisted around, and the Velcro part rubs against your skin. You may have a different experience, but they aren't my favorites. Da, da, da. I don't know if any of you watched the little shorts that I put up. But I put one up yesterday. We had a robin in its nest behind our house. We've been watching the robin come in and sitting on her eggs and bringing extra pieces of little stick and stuff to reinforce her nest. And I went out yesterday morning to check on her just to see how things were going. And the nest had been knocked down, eggs. Only saw 1 egg, so I don't know if the others are somewhere around there, or if they got taken away. It's sad. I mean, it's just the way life goes, but I was looking forward to seeing the little eggs hatch. Hearing the little chicks singing, crying for food. Two of the young ladies at the bank where I pick up these halves today, I gave each of them one of the British large pennies. They both said they liked them. One of them really liked it. She talked about it. The other one said, "Thank you, that's neat." I guess it's not for everybody. The one that seemed to really like it has a daughter who just told her this morning, she goes, "We're going to go through my coins. There's probably some valuable coins in there." She's been collecting her coins. The lady suspects there's probably not anything valuable there. Not finding too much here. This 68 has some interesting toning to it. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of stripy. Back looks really good. That was cool to see that. It's a 1996. It's in super good shape. I think I'll open this end. I see quite a few 96s that look good, but every now and then one of them looks real good. That's in really, really nice shape, but it's got a little bit of the end of the roll ring. If you're one of the older people watching that used to collect baseball cards back when they had bubble gum in them, the card that had the bubble gum against it wasn't quite as valuable because it had that stain on it. I don't know if any guys remember that or not. I thought, well, why don't that make it more valuable? It was a special one sitting next to the bubble gum. I remember my brother saved that bubble gum in his desk drawer forever. He would hardly ever chew it. I always chewed all mine. And I snuck in there one time and grabbed a piece of that flat bubble gum and started chewing it. Oh man, it was awful. It just broke into a million little bitty pieces. It never chewed up. Ugh. It was like Tom Hanks trying to get caviar off his tongue. In the movie Big. There's a pretty nice 96, but not like that one I just found. I saw a bunch of baseball cards at a yard sale this weekend. I think they were 1990s. I think I had a little baseball card shop inside of a mall back around 1990. It was those years that those were coming out. After all the really good years. It was a little mall. Oops. Another 2021. Man, that is so nice. Golly. That hardly has a scratch. That is probably one of the nicest looking coins I've ever seen. It is just almost perfect. That might be a little bit of a scratch on his cheek there. Wow, I mean, just around the plane of it, there's no dings. Wow. 96. I wonder if that one could rate a 67 or 68. I bet it's not far off. In fact, I'm going to put it back in a wrapper to keep me from handling it very much. Just kind of not letting it get touched very much. It looks like it says 2001, and it's not a NIFC in 2001, but that's an awfully nice looking coin right there. I get a fair amount of NIFCs, but this last bunch I finally came across in 87. I hardly ever see those. 96. It's nice, but it's not. Yeah, 2001. It's got the death end of the roll ring on it. Other than that, it's in super nice condition. Somewhere around here I've got a whetstone. I think it's about time to sharpen this guy. He used to, boy, he just sliced right through anything. Not quite so much so now. One silver is considerably better than 0, but let's go for 2. Number 3. I guess that's what that is. Or an M or a W. Or gang signal. I don't know. I'm going with M. I believe we got another new one right there in the middle. 2022P. Very nice. That one's in super, super good condition too. Oh man. Little bit of a nick right there. Just beyond his chin. Something I was talking about here just a second ago made me think of a song that came out years ago called Irving, the 142nd fastest gun in the West. I think my favorite line in that song was, 141 was faster than he, but Irving was looking for 143. Oh, that's great. There's that same emblem on the 1996 toward the end of that song. It talks about some bad guys coming to town, and the sheriff said, Irving, we need your gun. And the next morning the guns were there, but Irving was gone. Oh, you need to look that one up. It's funny. 1996. Handful of rolls to go. Well, so far we're sitting at number 1. 1 silver. And I was very tickled to find it. I did go back and look. I have found a Benjamin Franklin this year. I didn't remember if I had or not, but I have found one. Early this year. In fact, I believe it was in January. Not finding much else, are we? Almost all of them that make you look are 1971s. 3 more rolls. We'll be 1 box behind us. Last row. Well, as far as silver is concerned, it looks like this box yielded us 1 1968 40%er. In just a moment, we'll get into number 2. Okay, I didn't find a whole lot to really speak of going through those coins from the first box after the video. We're starting off today then with our second box with 1 silver from the first box, and let's hope that we can match or beat that in this box. That would be nice. Indeed. Is this the same one? Somebody's taken some cutters to this one too, but I don't think it's the same one I found last week. I don't think it was a bicentennial. This is the next morning after starting the first box yesterday. Today is 3rd or 4th of May, and I just found out this morning that Gordon Lightfoot passed away a couple days ago. That was sad to hear. 2022. I was a pretty big fan of Gordon Lightfoot. Absolutely loved the Edmund Fitzgerald song. Quite a few years back, I was traveling up and down the East Coast selling used computer monitors for a company at computer shows. And I was in Detroit, and I asked one of the people that was there shopping at this show about the cathedral where the event took. After the wreck of the Fitzgerald, they met at the cathedral. They all prayed at this cathedral in Detroit. So I wanted to go see that. And the guy said, well, go first thing in the morning. I said, well, I won't be able to do that in the morning. The only time I have is this evening. He said, you do not want to go to that part of Detroit in the evening. He goes, if you can't go in the morning, don't go at all. Wow, okay. Look there, there's a proof. 2010 proof. A little bit of wear, but it's nice. Cool beans. I haven't found a proof in a little while. So I didn't get to go to the cathedral. In a Musteel Hall in Detroit, they prayed, the line goes. Maybe it wasn't a cathedral, it was a Musteel Hall. That is a really nice 1996. I'm going to be very careful not to touch the coin when I open this one. Wow, that's nicer than most of them I'm finding. That's a good one. I'm finding these W's or M's all over the place today. It must take a lot of time to go through all those coins. Write your initial on them. There's a 2009 P right on top. 1,900,000. That's one of the lower vintage ones. I have rolls and rolls of NIFCs. Every now and then I'll just grab a couple rolls of them and I'll go through them and try to make sure it's a different, they're all different, and then I'll sell a bunch of them on eBay and make a couple of dollars. It's not much after you pay the fees and whatnot. I'll make a couple of dollars every now and then. I need another one of those rogue silvers just to pop up from out of nowhere. Oh my, look at that. 77. Golly. That's a mess. Mold spots, it looks like, on that one. That looks like a more uncirculated, but I'm going to guess that's the 95 or 6 because the strike isn't as good as the strikes. I don't know. I'm going to guess this is a 96. I could be wrong. Oh, it's an 89. It's nice. We'll look at it more later. Okay, let's leave you right there. I saw that silver had gotten up to a little over 26, but it's back down yesterday to about 25 and a quarter, 25.35. I'll check it again in a little while. 2022. Boy, aren't those nice looking. I was reading where the feds had finally released some. The reason I'm getting these is because the feds had finally released some of them to circulation. Tarnished looking thing. I'm passing up a lot of really nice looking 96s. I wonder if I should be hanging on to them. Looks like we're going through one of those seasons where the silver is hard to come by. Be sure to keep up with my channel. In the next few days, I'm going to put up a video about what I found at the storage unit that I got recently, as well as in a separate video. I'm finding a lot like this. Nasty looking coins. Of the copper that I get out of the like 15 pounds of pennies that I found in this storage unit. 2022. I'm not finding a lot of them, but I'm finding a few today. I haven't found a 2021 yet, but that proof was fun finding. So be sure to watch for those. Look at that, another one of those. Oh, there's a 2022 right there. Nice. It's really good, but there's a tiny hairline scratch that goes down the front of his face. Man, that's a nice one, other than that.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, that one. I lost that one. Starting to get down to the bottom. This is it. Last three. Last one for box number 2. It's another new one. 2022. Very nice. But this box, oh, there's a 2007 NIFC Philadelphia. 2,400,000 on that dude. No silver in this box. Maybe we'll get another one in box number 3. Here's something we're going to try. Theoretically, you should be able to know how to tell if your roll of coins has silver in it by the weight. because a clad half dollar weighs 11.34 grams, and the half dollars that are 40% are 11.5 grams, and all of the others from 64 and back are 12.5 grams. So if you take a roll of clad half dollars, it should come out to 226.8 grams, and the wrapper itself is just under a gram, or right at a gram. Well, I did it. It varies a little because I did it earlier and it was 0.9. Okay, well, we're going to say 1 gram. So we'll say 227.8 grams is what it should weigh if it does not have silver. 227.8. Okay, so I guess we're going to give it a little bit of wear. So we'll say it's a little less because there's wear on the coins. But if it's over 227.8, then we're going to say that we should have silver in it. They're all about the same there, aren't they? Hey, crazy around here. If we find one that's more, we'll stop right then and open it and see. This is box number 3, by the way. It's a 2016. It's in mighty good condition. That's the top half of this box. Get a few of these out. I think I had some ash on my eye. I was just burning some sticks outside. Just 3 more rolls. I'm going to assume I have no silver in these. I have one 40%er. I'm going to pop open a roll, take out a coin, and put the 40%er in. See what kind of difference we've got. Be right back. Here's that 40%er. It weighs 11.4 according to my scales, if it's correct. So we'll take this off. I just opened a roll and took one off. Put the silver on top. So it doesn't make enough difference to tell, does it? So maybe we've got a silver in there after all. Most of them weighed 225 point something, and this one was 226, so it's a little bit higher than the others. Let's see if there's anything different in this one. Well, there's no silver in this roll either. It's about to fall. Oh, there it goes. The only thing, it had one of these weird ones like I had several in the other box. But there was no silver. I would say that we can't say that this is a positive way to tell. I believe we would know if we had several silvers, especially had 90%ers. But you just can't tell conclusively if you have a 40%er or not with this test. I have gone through that entire box, and as we suspected, we had no silver. I did find a few nice coins. 2014 NFC, I've got 16, 21, a couple of 22s. This one I thought had some pretty cool toning to it, so I held it out. And this is just the one silver that I got from the first box. Silver's stacking pretty slow right now. I'll include it in my box with my 2023 silvers. I have done well this year. There's a lot. We'll add this to it. And I would like you all to come back soon. I've got a couple of cool videos coming up. I just got a storage unit, and I'm going to show you what I get out of there and some of the stuff that's not so pleasant about the storage units. I also did find in there pounds and pounds of change, bags and jars of change that we'll go through in one video. One jar is just a big jar of pennies, so we'll go through all, see how much change I got. We'll look and see if there's any silver, any fun coins, and then we'll go through the pennies and pull out the copper and see how much copper I find. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to getting into that one. So stick around. Watch for my videos as they come out. I appreciate you watching my videos. Comment, please, and subscribe if you have not done that. And have a great day.